So I decided to do this as a video that I'm going to premiere on my live channel. Um, this video was sent to me, and some of you may have caught that live where I said, if anybody is out here talking about me, send me the videos. I'll make time for these motherfuckers. In particular, when we're dealing with this so-called black manosphere, right? There's a one brother in particular named Obsidian. I don't know much about this dude. And based on what he says, this dude doesn't know much about me either. We'll get into that here in a little bit. We're going to play some of the clips from this live stream he did. I ain't going to make y'all sit through the whole fucking thing. I mean, because this is just a whole bunch of talking and, puffing itself up, pumping up the black manosphere like they're the saviors of black men. Um, but he has an issue with pro-blacks, which I fall under the category of just because I'm not a coon. I think I'm going to fall under that umbrella. It was he put my name in here, Dr. Umar Johnson's name's in here, and a brother named Omawale Africa is in here. We are the three people he decided to go on about. Now, I didn't sit through the over 4 hour live that this is. I listened to about hour 45 minutes just to hear, what was being said. And me and this dude, I even hate to say we have a history because we really don't. None of these guys were talking about me or saying anything about my content or anything like that until about 4 or 5 years ago. Then all of a sudden, because of whatever association I have with Cynthia, they started talking about me. This brother actually has sent me emails and everything wanting the details on whatever me and Cynthia had going on. Did you have her pregnant? Do you have a kid with her? You owe me these answers. This is the him that I remember him having this type of attitude because his argument was that Cynthia speaks against Pookies and Ray Rays. Now I get put under this umbrella of Pookie and Ray Ray, which is something that these guys, these so-called high value guys, came up with in a way to shame the regular brother. Like there's just the regular guy, not the guy wearing the suits and all that. Maybe regular guy, regular job, regular black man. At least that's my understanding at this point. Okay. Because what his thing was, well, Cynthia speaks against Pookie Ray Rays. You are said Pookie Ray Ray. And he expected me to respond to him in kind, like I owed him answers. My understanding about Pookie Ray Rays is I see that they have to be felons. They didn't graduate high school. They're selling drugs. They have criminal records. They're deadbeat fathers. This is what my original understanding was. And when people were trying to say, well, that's who I was like, well, that's pretty fucking impossible. I don't have any felonies. Everything that I've done that has been on any level like that, I wasn't put into prison over it. I'm not gonna high horse and act like I ain't never did no shit in my life, but I don't have a felony record at all. So how then am I making it into this group? Well, then it's expanded even more. These would be the drug dealers, the gang members. Okay, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not a gang member. Then we'll expand it out even more. These will be your deadbeat fathers, motherfuckers who walking out on their kids and shit like that. And I'm like, well, that's not me either. So when he's messaging me talking about some, you know, she talking about dudes like you, well, I couldn't be like, yeah, yeah, I hear a whole lot of me that she's talking about in there as it pertains to some Pookie Ray Ray shit. I'm not involved in none of that y'all talking about at all. It had nothing to do with me in any type of way whatsoever. What they then decided to do was then, well, tattoos, hat backwards, urban attire, these are then the Pookie Ray Rays. Maybe these are the unemployable. All these things. And I'm sitting here like, okay. So basically, then they got a problem with me by creating a narrative of what my life must be, what my life must have been, based on the fact that I have multiple children with multiple women. And I lost respect for these motherfuckers. I mean, I didn't know who they were to begin with, but for them to come out on me about this, I'm like, yeah, okay, I have multiple children with multiple women. I don't brag about it. It's not something that I say, yo, young brothers, go out here and do it. Nothing like that. That's just how shit happened. And I take full responsibility. Always have. That wasn't something that was exposed. That wasn't something that I was doxxed in some type of way. And no, anybody who watched my channel and watched my stuff, I mean, I've been on here since 2008. I haven't never said that I don't have multiple women with multiple children with multiple women. I never said that. Actually, I told you. It was me who presented that to you. Not as a brag, as a matter of, well, this is what happened in my lifetime, right? Never got on a high horse about it. But then when you have bitch ass motherfuckers like these guys who show up, and because of whatever ire they're having, as far as where Cynthia is concerned, then they want to turn it over to me. Never been accused of being a deadbeat, pedophile, scammer. Ain't never did anything to these motherfuckers for no reason for me to be coming up on their radar outside of that association. And I didn't respect that. I didn't respect it then. I don't respect it now. Because it's like, well, you must then tell me what your relationship was or is with Cynthia. You have to tell me. That's my business. You owe that to me, even though I'm a complete stranger, even though I've shown that I have no respect for you at all by placing these will be stereotypes or whatever the fuck they're over there when as they're dividing black men up by certain ones dressed like this and do this and as they're doing all this work. They didn't give a fuck nothing about me then. So, but I owe you an answer. You don't know any of my any of my children's mothers. You don't know any of them. I've never even told you somebody I had sex with. I've never communicated anything like that with y'all. Not once. These motherfuckers show up and act like I owe them an answer. Like, like who the fuck do y'all niggas like? Who do you believe that you are? And why would I respect a group of people who don't even really got? They can't even figure out a solid problem with me. So they'll create a problem to have with me. Cause there ain't really nothing other than I may call some of the shit they be on Conan, but I mean that ain't that heavy. Not to single me out and give me all this attention when I've been making videos at the time, right? And this guy's messaging me, and I mean long messages. He speaks to it in in some of this that we're gonna play here. Um, but I'm sitting here like, who the fuck do you think you are? And I say that to motherfuckers right now. Who the fuck do y'all think y'all are that I owe you answers about my life? If you were in my life, you have a front row seat. You'd have a front row seat. I don't know you. You use me to talk shit about her through me, and then I owe you, and that don't even make sense. And this is supposed to be man shit. It's supposed to be some man shit. Let's get into some of this. Let's get into some of this shit right here because, and like I said, I've moved the needle forward some. I mean, he has a problem with pro blacks in this situation, or pro black people in this situation, but he he has the answers. I'm gonna play some of this for y'all. Listen to this shit. Back to Africa Hotel and so on. It's time that we had a reckoning. I'm here to tell you, as one of the co-founding fathers of the Black Manosphere, I, Mumia Obsidian Ali, first of my name, one of the founding fathers of the Black Manosphere, keynote speaker at the first ever Black Manosphere meetup, headed up the Mumia Obsidian Ali experience, will be in the vanguard of the next Black Manosphere meetup event going down September 8th through the 11th, 2023 in Atlanta, Georgia. Author of the #1 best-selling book on Amazon, The Book of Obsidian, A Manual for the 21st Century Black American Gentleman. Author of The Book of Obsidian, the Ladies Edition. Podcaster, thought leader, businessman. I am here to tell all of you, RBG, pro-black, conscious community, hotep, dashiki wearing, patchouli sniffing, individual brothers, that you have failed. All of you are failures. You have failed to build a better black nation. You have failed to build better black men. You have failed to provide safety and security for black women. You have failed to build up black businesses. You have failed to build up a network of high value men. You have failed to produce. You have failed to protect. You have failed to provide. You have failed. Wait a minute. Did this nigga really steal Cynthia's whole spiel? Like, if you got such a problem with Cynthia, you just took her entire intellectual property. The only different thing that you did was say, well, no, it was RBG black men. It wasn't us high value ones. No, it was y'all hoteps. Dashiki wearing. It was y'all. That's all you did. That's all you did here. You've done nothing but take her shit and only apply it to pro black men. That's interesting, to say the least. Like, bro, okay, everything you saying, bro, everything you saying, you stole her shit. You're hearing it directly from me. So if you have any problems with what I'm saying, let me put out the link in the chat room right now, and you can come on and straighten me out. The link is in the chat room for any brother that deems themselves a red, black, and green, pro-black, conscious community, hotep brother. If you disagree, there's the link. Step forward. People? Bro, nobody is going to argue with you about that. That is such a dumb argument to even have. Who failed? What group of black men failed the black community? What type of stupid ass argument is that? Black people have failed the black community. All of us. We are white worshiping coon motherfucker. I mean, that's just I'm sorry, like that's just what this is. You trying to divide it up and make it to where no, well, this side over here doing all of this, and we're gonna push black men through by having businesses and making money. That's not real. That's not real. You have to have a certain mindset for that to matter. You have to. Because then on paper, you can say, well, black men working together, black business jumping off, black people hiring black people. But if we don't have the mentality, the one that you're mocking and the one that you have such a problem with, that's going to come into play at some point too. So, therefore, what this means is both things have to exist for us to move forward. Both things have to exist. Black men have to learn to coexist. There is no way you're going to get a group of us to get us to be able to unify with other black people unless black men, the leaders of the community, can do this work. You cannot continue to divide us all up in this group. No, black men were failing as it pertains to our people's liberation and forward progress. That is just what it is. That can be corrected. That can be mitigated. We could change that. Both things, both the consciousness that you're mocking and businessmen will be necessary. And this is how I know y'all niggas are dumb and divisive. That's really all you are. That's all you're doing at this point. Prepared to show your work. Hold on, let me go forward some more. Up to I think he said something here. Oh no, this is just a screenshot where he got it's O'Shea Duke Jackson agreeing with um the bullshit that he's saying. I mean, that's his homie or something to that effect based on what I got from it. They get things done. You actually employ black men here. I'm just talking to. I'm not going to talk about what me and O'Shea talking about. But we talking business. I'm putting together a team of brothers, all black men, to expand Obsidian Inc. 2023 will be the year of Obsidian Inc. to expand the business. Every dollar I get goes back into the business. To pay somebody, another black man, to do what needs to be done. Black cameramen, black editors. If everybody's an entrepreneur, who's going to do your editing? Who's going to be your cameraman? If you're going to shame everybody who works, people who work, if you don't employ black people and paying and writing checks to black people, then your presence in the community or your presence as for the forward progress of the people is null and void, according to Obsidian. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. It just is what it is. Everybody cannot run a business because you're going to need people that know how to build stuff with their hands. You're going to need people with certain skills. Those are workers. How do y'all continue to shame workers? You don't get anything done without workers. You can start up whatever company you want. You're going to need workers. Like, what's wrong with, like, I understand that that's a bragging right, that you will use that to say, hey, well, I'm making this money. I'm employing black people. I'm paying black people. But those black people that you're paying, what are you saying to them? That if you don't employ black people, then you're not doing nothing for black people. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all, really. And so, hold on, let me go forward some more. Let me see. Something online instantly. He's talking about the black manosphere and some of their participants. You are LinkedIn level. LinkedIn level. You can look at something online instantly. You know exactly what we do. You get an estimate about what we make, and you know exactly what we do and what we produce. That's the reason why, if you notice, my RBG pro black brothers, fewer and fewer sisters are talking that dusty shit over here. They do it over there with you. They talk about that with you. What's that? As a matter of fact, more and more ladies are showing up in and around the black manosphere. Because, like all women, black women are drawn to brothers who are successful. So, because of your success, on whatever you deem as success, and most of the time is money, and apparently being linked in level. So, black women are attracted to y'all, because of your success. Are some of y'all not the same men that call black women gold diggers and shit for acting like that? Isn't this the reason that y'all be telling dudes that, getting married might not be some shit you want to do? She might get half. She might rape you out and divorce. I'm not saying that black women don't like successful men, but I highly doubt that every black woman has the same idea of success. Y'all make it about money and apparently writing or paying other black people. Okay, this is what y'all do. And I'm trying to be calm through this shit. I'm gonna keep it calm through this shit. Then you got this part where he shows himself writing a check to prove that he writes checks. And this is where I'm not gonna listen to that. Steve, right now. Keep those super chats, cash apps, and PayPal's coming in. We will not leave today's show without acknowledging everybody who supports today's show. Everybody will be acknowledged today. Okay? Before we leave today, everybody will be acknowledged. That's how we get down here in the black manosphere. Well, you guys got us twisted, man. We are not you dusty ass, pants sagging, flat billing, hat to the back wearing niggas that y'all used to, man. I mean, hat to the back, sagging pants, we not y'all. And when I'm dealing with listening to shit like this here, where you get demeaned for a hat being backwards, pants sagging, you sound like somebody I know. You sound like somebody I know. Somebody I'm familiar with. Somebody who talks that same type of talk to just, dehumanize. Like, these motherfuckers are invalid. Those niggas ain't us. The pants pulled up, hat turned to the front, or I got on a suit, so I'm different. I'm better. That seems to be the idea. There's another group of people who thought that same very way about you. Matter of fact, you could even put on a suit and own a business. You could even have a fucking top hat on. And they didn't give a fuck about none of that. As a matter of fact, that was in which cases where these lynch mobs, a lot of those were black business owners. Those are historical facts. So to sit here and say, well, it's about the hats and the sagging, that's showing the mentality you have here. Because what are you even talking about? What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? How's somebody wearing their clothes? Appreciate you for that. Thank you. Key points memo number one. The pro-black leaders have failed. And they have failed due to lack of focus, lack of honesty, lack of results, and a refusal to change with the times from the failed strategies of the past. Let's talk about that for a moment, shall we? Let's talk about it. Is it true that the pro-blacks have failed for lack of a focus? Let's start with Dr. Umar Johnson. The brother has had 7 whole years to get his school together. What happened? Lost focus. Lost focus with the conscious stripper. Lost focus doing all this other crap. Instead of staying focused on the task at hand. No focus. ElijahwaPerkins, how can you focus on anything when you got like 15,000 gazillion baby moms? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Don't even have an issue. Right? All these niggas say is that I got all these baby mamas. That's it. I ain't scammed nobody. I ain't said I was building no school. I ain't did nothing. These niggas is talking about me because of children that I have that are born. I can't take them back. I can't undo them. I can't reverse nothing. I can do nothing but take accountability and raise these kids. What do you mean? How you children focus you? Actually, they can actually have a focusing effect on you. For you to sit here and say to me, well, how can you focus on anything? You got about 15 gazillion. You don't even know. You're just talking. You got an issue with me. I ain't stole no money or nothing. You talking about my dick. I disagree, in short. Hmm. That was it. He moved right past me. Talking about Umar school. I got kids, or I got kids and they got moms, and that you can't focus when that's going on in life. Uh, then he moved on. I ain't fake built no school. I ain't did no nothing. I ain't did nothing like that. Nothing. They don't even know what their problem is with me. They have no idea what it is. And that's what makes me not respect them. What do my children and their mothers have to do with anything? Unless I had a kid with somebody underage, I would understand. Or, I mean, since we're on the RBG shit, I guess maybe if I had a kid with a cave bitch, I, I would understand that maybe being called out. But I got a gazillion baby mamas and kids, and that's the issue with me. All right, let's go forward some more. Because he goes on for like an hour and a half before he even starts playing the video. So I'm not going to, all of them can't do it. Got it. Women like brothers that are suited and booted and look good and smell good and drive a nice car and have money. That's what black women want, okay? Black women want a brother that's successful. Black women want a brother that look like money. Black women want a brother that's generous. Black women want a brother that's courageous. Black women want a brother that's productive. Black women want a brother that's fucking competent. And black women want a brother that knows how to control and command and get the respect of other men. We understand that here. We don't argue about it. We don't quibble over it. We just get the fuck to work. Me? I wanted y'all to hear him tell y'all and tell everybody what black women want. He named characteristics in men that black women want. If that's your spiel, these are the qualities that black women want in men. Suited and booted and all this shit. That's your idea. Why then do y'all spend any amount of time talking about black women? It sounds like there needs to be creation of these men that black women want. Maybe that's why she out of line. I mean, if y'all saying that she is out of line, and a lot of y'all do say that now, I don't know what Obsidian talks about. I have no idea, generally speaking, but the black manosphere, they spend a lot of time talking about black women or modern women and the things that they're doing. But if this is the cure, suited and booted and making money, nice car, and all this old stuff like this, if this is the cure, then why don't you spend 100% of your time yelling this at black men? Why do you talk to black women at all? I don't get it. It sounds like the manosphere should be talking to men only. Just saying. We'll move forward some more. Very important things we got to talk about with that. And see, that's what the black manosphere has been doing for the past 7 years, having very important conversations about the role that black women play in the black community. Because, see, nobody was asking black women this fundamental question. What do black women owe the black nation, and how does that manifest? What do black women owe the black community? We talk a lot about what black men owe the black community, and rightly so. Today's conversation is really about what black men owe the black community. We can see what the RBG pro-black contingent has done to the black community. So now the black manosphere, we got next. But we asking a question of the sisters, what do they owe the black community? So now that y'all got next, what you're saying is your message is going to resonate and you're going to free the black community out of this, this stagnation, this stagnant state that we're in. Your narrative gonna do that. That's what you're saying. Pro blacks had their run. Now it's our turn. I guess if you are in the mindset where you are manosphered out, or fuck with Obsidian heavy, you'll let some shit like this just slide through. When the fuck did the pro blacks have a turn at anything, anywhere? What are you talking about? Now it's our turn. Like would be pro blacks had the community. Black men, bruh. Like so, the fact that y'all keep, I'm noticing that you keep wanting to distance yourself from. Well, no, the pro blacks had it for a while, and now we go. That's black men. That's black men. You're trying to create that distance, but no, pro blacks ain't had the baton up until now, and that's not what's happened, bro. And that's what you recognized as a matter of historical fact or whatever readings you've done. Then, bro, I would have to tell you to go back. Go back, because I don't know what part of history that pro blacks had it. Now, due to these pro blacks that you're shaming, you're in this position you are in society right now. One of the issues I have when people decide that, pro blacks are meant to be talked bad about, or that would be conscious, that idea was the only reason somebody would pick their head up, look around themselves, and say, this shit ain't right. Without that consciousness, that doesn't happen. You're not online speaking what you believe in. I'm not online speaking what I believed in. This doesn't happen without these people that you shaming have an issue with how their people are being treated. That was the consciousness. That consciousness is how you get to be here. Talking about now, you know the way. That being online, not on a plantation, not getting lynched or beat to death for looking a cave in the eye. It was that consciousness, that goal of obtaining the respect that we deserved in this society. That's pro black. That's hotel. How the fuck do you sit here and act like that's not relevant? That was black people that came together for a common cause. It's black consciousness. That's what it is. That's how it worked. In the system of this black consciousness, a couple black people making some money and paying some other black people, that's not the win. That can be a strategy, but that's not the win. We don't even know what winning looked like yet. We haven't even formulated it that way at all. Because we sit around dividing ourselves. Why the fuck would you shame pro blacks? For what? What does that do for you? Acting like you got the baton now. Now you're saying you're responsible for the black community. And in 10 years, where the black community ain't healed, or we're going to just say, well, oh, it was them manosphere niggas. They tore down the community. They made it worse. That wouldn't make no fucking sense. But that's you trying to do to pro black people. That doesn't make any sense, bro. Now you might be mad, and a lot of coons might agree with this shit, but no, that don't make no sense, bro. Now we're gonna go into him wanting to speak on the video, the live stream I did. Let's see. All right, here we go. Fair use, fair use. You ain't gotta say that, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm really happy with sound and shit. Listen, bro. If you want that echo to be out, whenever you go to StreamYard and you want to share the screen, don't check the box that says share system audio. Because what happens is, as you're playing it aloud, the microphone is catching it. And if you're playing it from your laptop, it's also catching it. That's where the echo comes from. You got two audios coming in there. So don't check that box. Thank me later, right? Thank me later. That's for anybody that's experiencing that echo. But for you, Obsidian, I think you alluded to black, so-called pro-blacks being dumb and stupid, and you might say here in a little bit, but that's just a little nugget of knowledge from me to you. That's how black men are supposed to move. I was trying to figure out just how that echo isolates. You know, even your voice is the same, just to create a better word, smooth and everything, especially when I'm just trying to, play music and shit like that. But you got what me play. That's not my echo. That's the echo that he's playing in his audio. And I've given you the code to get that up out of there too. So, yeah. Second. Okay. You want to be playing for me? Anderson. You talking about this man is at a line. Say he gotta be at least one of the top tier. That's one thing that these pro-black dudes love to do. They love to call people names. They love to have all the paraphernalia and memorabilia ready. Call people names? Is that not what the hotep was for? Dashiki wearing? Wasn't that all in a way to shame using the names? That's why I call people coons. It's in order to shame a mentality and an anti-black behavior, a cave worshiping behavior that they're doing on public display. Jesse Lee Peterson does it on public display. He is a coon. That's not something that I'm liking to call him. That's just what he is. And you mad? All the names you call, and you're mad. No, I don't employ black men. But I also never said that was what I was doing right now. So you don't get to pull out your stats and your credentials and pair them up against mine and what's successful to me or what my goals are. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. I know you believe you get to do that, but you don't get to do that. I don't. I never said I was. Ask that Mhm. boy, any black man. No, he does not. You want to talk about building the community, getting the economic base? Okay, great. Does he employ any black men? Who said building a community, getting an economic base? What he did there, and this is something a lot of these guys do, is take stuff he's heard other so-called pro-black people say and then put that on me. He doesn't watch my stuff. I know he doesn't. I can tell by the way he talks. He doesn't watch my stuff. He watched maybe a little bit of this, but he's not going to watch my stuff through and through. Or he wouldn't say that because that's not what I sit here and say. That's not my narrative. That is a pro-black narrative you've heard. You hear it from some of the greatest pro-black people that we had in history. I mean, they'll say, we'll talk about the economic base. Not saying that's irrelevant, but that's not what I get on here and talk about. Therefore, why did you say that to me? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. But what you're doing is you're taking talking points that you've heard and you're putting them in my brain and in my voice that now I didn't even say the shit. See, you say Duke Jackson got. Duke Jackson
has international business concerns. Yours truly has international business because I have domestic and international. Like I said, I am putting together my team as we speak.
All these credentials he got.
2023 will be the year of Obsidian Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Putting together our team as we speak. I got brothers on 2 continents doing work here at Obsidian Radio.
That's
Okay,
what's up.
got brothers on 2 continents. He's got brothers, we got Kenya and Uganda, and he's been doing it for years.
That's what's up.
Black men. Does Robert Perkins employ any black men?
No.
Foreign and domestic. All this talk about black first, black this, black that. Do you do anything for black men, motherfucker?
He's real upset. I'm not gonna get that mad. Not gonna get that mad at all. What I do for black men and have done for black men doesn't fall under your umbrella of things that count that anyone can do for black people at all. The brothers done came to me and told me exactly how and where I led them to knowledge or what I might have showed them or how they're, being more prideful of their blackness. Those don't count as anything to you. That's what you, I mean, you're basically saying that. No, I don't employ black men though. So that's your marker of success. And therefore you get to disrespect me based on this, even though that's not even something you care about. As far as I'm concerned, you're creating problems with me because I never said I did. This is where you're going out of your way to have a problem. That's why I call y'all bitch ass niggas. Because that's what women do. You're searching for something to have a problem with, and you have been for years now. Do I employ black men? Never said I did. Never said that was my mission. You said that was yours. So I'd expect that to be something that you do.
Lee Peterson a coon.
Yes.
Jesse Lee Peterson, who actually works with black men.
So let's go back. Now, the metric is it doesn't matter if you're a coon as long as you employ black men. It doesn't matter. If that's the bar that he's using, and he's shown clearly he's using it here in favor of Jesse Lee Peterson, because I called him a coon, he is. Because he employs black men, then he's far off and better than me. And how dare I?
Jesse Lee Peterson, who helps black men get work. Jesse Lee Peterson, who turned black men's lives around. You want to have the nerve to call him a coon?
Yes. I'm sorry that offended you.
Sure.
You sound upset.
In the world. Yeah, means out here. Go put him, like, flying in a sad scream shit just years ago. I haven't listened to Good Lord, because I mean, I was on the show before years ago. I was on the show, but of course, I'm going to be representing this. You went on this show though. See, that's something else that the Pro Black do. The Pro Blacks are full of contradictions. They full of contradictions. They talk against something before they talk for it.
Do you know how dumb you sound? I went on his show to debate him on him being a coon. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was talking to me about pro-blackness, which is why I said I went on there like this. Now, wasn't as strong as I am now. Wasn't as strong as I am now, but I went on there repping this. There's no contradiction in that. He's a coon.
And of course, I'm calling now, but yo, no, Ron, I didn't do that. I got actually one of my people that support my videos a long time ago made that Walmart for me, put that together for me. That's why you see some people make stuff. It's a couple people. Even I don't know if you see all the people that's on there. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that night at 8 o'clock. Every time they come out, that was coaching. As soon as he, when he made it for me, this is where y'all know. When he made it for me, I just said, well, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? He did, it's whatever. Well, then I really asked off Farrakhan. I knew I didn't fuck with him at all. And then I had to do that. So you don't mess with Farrakhan. Farrakhan is way more productive than you. Way more productive in every way. Well, the only other way that you're more productive than him, you don't have a gazillion baby mamas and about 15,000 area codes. That's the only productive is with his dick.
So we're talking about my dick. At least you said it was productive. I guess I can show a little. It's still, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Come on, yo. You just saying shit. I don't fuck with Farrakhan. I've laid out why. My case is a good case. I got a good case. I don't fuck with Farrakhan, but they fall under that umbrella of pro blacks that you just got through saying ain't did shit. I'm full of contradictions. You don't say. Uh, Farrakhan falls under that umbrella of pro blacks. He falls under there. Believe it or not.
Samuels talked about it too. Well,
He looks up to Kevin Samuels in a way, in some type of way, because in a lot of this, if you listen to the actual video, he's calling Kevin Samuels Saint Kevin, like he's gave him the Saint title. He'll call him Saint Kevin, um, which is interesting. But that's he looks up to Kevin Samuels like that.
next year. Yeah, like Jacob Beeson top levels tier. I learned a few years ago, record for the people. At the time, I got my stronger now and my, mentality, everything's on there. So I haven't seen anything that he's done since then. But I know he's still doing it. I see small clips, and I be like, when is enough gonna be enough? He's gonna die. Cool. That's tough. But I'm sure to him being this type of coon is probably what's gonna get him up into heaven. You know, because Christian niggas want to be up in Dave heaven. That's their goals in life, right? So he probably feels like being this type of self-hater that he is, he's a religious dude. So he feel like, hey, God gonna be like, come on, you did the work, right? Um, but we all just go there ain't this cave bitch out here now. Now this cave bitch name is just Pearly Things. The only reason I got wind of this is because I've been watching content on YouTube and dealing with some of these, or not dealing with, but listening to these so-called Black Manosphere, the Black Manosphere, because by their own admission, the cave manosphere, which they don't call it just the manosphere, didn't deal with racial topics, and a lot of them would be racist against black men that were trying to enter the would-be manosphere. This is by their own admission. This is why there's a black manosphere. Bullshit. Don't give a goddamn lie. You tell Robert Perkins I said it. You're a goddamn lie. Let me tell you the real truth about the black manosphere, Robert.
Mhm.
The real truth is that I left a voice for men. I left Return of Kings voluntarily. I wasn't kicked out.
Anybody hear me say that the anybody was kicked out? No one said that. So you found yourself so mad and so ready to try to make a point. I didn't say anybody got kicked out of anything. I said you created a black manosphere because they didn't deal with racial topics and they were racist towards some of the black people, some of the black men in the group. Because one thing that white men will always unify on is anti-blackness at the end of the day. I'm sure that's why that happened. But I never said you got kicked out. Actually, if you call yourself one of the founding fathers of black manosphere, well, there's a couple other motherfuckers that claim the same thing. And again, this is what I heard one of them say. So that's why it makes sense to me because I understand that white men, the caves, are racist as fuck. I understood it. Didn't even really hold you for that at all. That wasn't even a hold. That was it just is what it is. But you sitting here, you got real emotional talking about somebody you didn't get kicked out. I didn't say you got kicked out. I said you created your own space.
I left it voluntarily to create the black manosphere. See, I'm on good terms with Bruce B. I'm on
I don't
good
know.
terms with Paul Elam, Dean Esme.
He must be saying he's on good term with these caves. I'm sure you are. But that was never like if you're one of the founding fathers, which that's what you said, that means there may be some other founding fathers that have a different story than you. Y'all might want to get together at your little conference and write y'all a book or like a Bible of sorts, the Manosphere Bible or something like that. So that way everybody that's talking is talking the exact uniform same way. The origin story is the same. Who started is the same. Who's responsible for it, blooming or blossoming, or who the biggest people in it right now. Y'all better get together at these seminars and figure y'all shit out because I hear different things from different pieces of you, which again, I'm not saying you have to all be uniform, but don't get mad because somebody said something over here, called himself a creator. That's what I heard him say. And then I act like, well, that's one of the reasons there is a black manosphere. Why else would there need to be a black manosphere? Why else? Because they need to deal with black issues specifically. And the caves ain't gonna do that. It's basic shit. And you mad.
They recruited me,
Of course.
okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wasn't knocking on the door trying to get in. They recruited me.
No one said you were. What you bragging about? What you bragging about, bro?
And I voluntarily left because mama may have and Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his home. And
Okay.
I saw that it was important for black men to have their own shit. It ain't the job of white men to speak up for black men. It ain't the job of white men to finance black men. It's black men's job to speak up for black men. It's black men's job to build for black men. It's black men's job to finance black men. So this idea that the reason why the black manosphere exists because they got kicked out by the white manosphere because the white manosphere is racist, fuck you, man. If
This is the part. This one of them times where you just looking for something. That was a reach, bro. You got that worked up over something that I ain't even saying. You got the video playing. You got it playing. I never said nobody got kicked out of anything. What are you talking about? Why did you just go on that long, loud tangent talking about you didn't get kicked out and nobody got kicked out?
it's wrong, wrong.
It wasn't said. Bitch. God damn. I can't believe the people that listen to it let him say this. Like, nobody said you got kicked out. Okay.
He's the captain for women who are insecure. Women trying to shit their own self.
This man is going on a tangent because I call pearly things a cave bitch. This thing, this nigga said she did that to you. Did you hear what he called her? A cave bitch. What do black women do to you when you calling them bitches and hoes? You ain't even got to know who they are. Bitches and hoes. They ain't got to do nothing to you specifically. Bitches and hoes. Fuck you mean? That's why I called her a cave bitch. I'm not offended by the bitch. This is how I know you don't watch my shit. Because I've explained this. I'm going to call any white bitch a bitch. And I do it unapologetically. I don't care how they feel about it. I don't care how your coon ass feel about it. You mad because I called a white bitch a bitch? She ain't got to do nothing to me. Who said that was the rules? Only the women that do something to you do you get to call them a bitch. And y'all call strangers, black women bitches all day long. Stop it. With your bitch ass.
Women who are lazy as fuck. You want to know the reason why a lot of black women feel some kind of way about just pretty things? Because just pretty things show their ass up. She's a plain Jane, Midwestern white young girl who outworked all their asses.
Nigga, do you hear yourself right now? Do you hear yourself right now? Black women don't have no issue with just pearly things as a cave bitch. The issue was that cave bitch being allowed to be in black spaces, and particularly the black man sphere. This bitch is 0 for 2. She's white and a woman. She's 0 for 2. And you caping for her like this. And that ain't coon shit. Because you employ black men.
And she fuck around and take your man too. With her plain Jane, Midwestern looking self, basic looking self. She'll take your man right out from under you. She'll learn how to cook collard greens better than you, suck a dick better than you, back that thing up better than you. She'll take your man right from the fuck from you.
This is what you saying for a cave bitch. She'll do all this. She's this big of a threat to black women. You putting this cave bitch up against black women this way, and you want to tell me that I'm some type of mouthpiece for black women when black women don't like a lot of things I say either because I call them coons. The word you don't like that, but I call them out on their coon shit, right? But you gonna sit here and say that a white bitch will. The reason that black women are mad at her is because she's outworked all of them, and because she'll steal black women's man. Cave bitch being able to steal a black man from a black woman shows the problem with who in this situation. Is it the black woman that's the problem? Or is it the black man? And you didn't even stop to ask the question. You just say, well, that's what black women mad about. They'll lose their bitch or lose their man to this cave bitch. Let me tell you something. Because you might be talking about yourself and you as a black man, but a black woman would never lose me to no cave bitch. I don't care what type of collard greens she cook. I don't care what type of dick she's sucking. I don't care if she's backing that thing up. That is impossible. So if it's possible for that to happen, and the reason that's impossible is because I don't lay in the caves. I don't want no parts of that. I don't believe in that. I'm all set. But because of that, that means I'm strong in my shit. That can't happen to a black woman that's dealing with me. That a white bitch gonna come through and cook some collard green, suck some dick, and I be stolen. Like I'm just gone. Like No, that ain't real shit. So then who's the issue in this situation? The black woman or the black man that could be stolen?
She outworks you. She ain't better looking than you, but she outworks you, though. She's more submissive than you, though. She'll clean a man's house up, though.
The idea that submissive black women don't exist is false. The idea that black women, by and large, don't cook or clean is false. The fact that they can perpetuate this while pedestalizing white bitches, white cave hoes, and I don't even know if he recognizes that he's doing it. It comes so natural to him. You're pedestalizing white bitches. If you think they all run around cooking and cleaning, then you better talk to some of these cavemen, that one manosphere that you left. Check back in on them. Maybe you didn't pay attention to what he was saying about the cave bitch while he was over there complaining. That's not how they all act. And to pedestalize them over black women, to suggest that, the Hurley things is the example here, gonna just steal a black man from a black woman. Bruh, this some coon shit.
She'll cook it clean, though. And think about it.
No, it's not the truth. Since you asked.
She will outwork you, sister. She keep better than you, fuck better than you, clean better than you, support a man better than you. That's the real reason why a lot of sisters feel some kind of way about Pearlie. Let's get right to it. Don't mess around with this.
He just decoded. That's the problem. Bro, you don't even hear how crazy you sound, man. That's sad, bro. That's sad. You wild. I'm gonna just rewind that just a tad.
Ain't nobody kick me out. They left on my own. It's just
Oh no, I went back too far. My bad. Hold on.
sister. She cook better than you, fuck better than you, clean better than you, support a man better than you. That's the real reason why a lot of sisters feel some kind of way about Pearlie. Let's get right to it. Don't mess around with this. And hold on. Not only is nobody going to accuse Pearlie of being a beauty queen, Pearl herself says that she's average at best. How many black women barely make it average at best want to think that they're a fucking queen? Not Pearlie. Pearlie saying, look, I'm about a five.
You holding this bitch up because she calls herself a five? That's why you crowned her? Speaking to her cooking abilities, her ability to take care of a man, even though it is my understanding that she's not a married white bitch. But she gets the crown because she says she's a five?
It's the real reason you feel some kind of way about Pearl. Let's talk about it. All this bullshit about me too. Get the fuck out of here. The real reason why you feel some kind of way is because Pearl is that bitch. She will outwork you and take your fucking man. Alright? Real talk. And she like black men too. She will take your man. What you won't do, she will. And she'll do it with a smile.
This nigga sitting here acting like he knows how she acts in relationships. She's not a married woman. She's not in a relationship, I don't believe. I don't know for sure. But what the fuck? Y'all cool with this? One of y'all's founding fathers of the black manosphere holding this white bitch up like this? This the same thing divestors do to white men. What? Here's the thing. Let me just say this real quick. Here's the thing. Because I don't know if the black manosphere has an issue with divestors, but I have to assume, based on their issue with what Cynthia be saying, they probably don't like divestors either, right? So if you sitting here and you're holding up a white bitch over black women, and these divestors or these ones that y'all claim hate black men, they hold up white men and other groups of men over black men, and y'all say something wrong with them hoes for that. Do you ever look at yourself and think that something is fucking wrong with you too? You're holding up a white bitch. You don't even know her. You don't even know her in real life. And you holding her up. You speaking on what she can cook and clean and fuck and so like what? How is that possible?
Maybe she come from money. Well, that's that in the mix too. Yeah, she come from. She ain't no trailer park trash. Fuck out of here. She come from big money. I done seen the crib that she grew up in. She come from big money.
So the fuck what? What does that mean? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Let's talk about it. You can have these jokers make you feel better about yourself instead of stepping your feminine, fit and friendly game up. See, sisters that are competitive, they've got no problem with flirting. Sisters that are competitive have absolute, just like brothers that are competitive.
don't nobody got a problem with the cave bitch. It was y'all letting her into a black space that y'all got called out for. I mean, it just is what it is, bruh. You can try to keep making this what black women done did something, but black women the ones that go on her show. Why are you sitting here going this crazy, acting like black women are so mad at her, and they're the only reason she even making money? And not that I agree with that, but even in this situation, you're finding a way to disrespect black women, talking about they hating on her when they're the only reason she making money. She not talking to other cave hoes like that. So you gonna down black women and say that they're hating on her and they got a problem with her, and I'm just their mouthpiece. This ain't me just knowing the caves and understanding how these motherfuckers move and work and how black people move in response to how they move, right? That's all we doing here. But you gonna uplift her, this cave bitch, talk about black women being haters and why they're hating, and black women the only reason that bitch making money. Y'all niggas, y'all niggas something else. Mm.
The sisters got a problem with Pearl are the sisters that know deep down they ain't competitive. They know it. And they ain't willing to do the work. They play three sports. Women play one sport, let alone three. Volleyball.
Oh. Like, come, like, bruh, I understand that you have this. I support men. That's what we're here to do, and you'll hide your clear anti-black womanness in all of this shit. You're talking about the greatest athletes in the world, and you just Stood him up to next to a white bitch because she played three sports. Bro, you can't be like maybe you are serious, but it's tough for me to take you serious, man. Like what are you doing? And this is what black women need to hear this bullshit. Me, I'm not gonna say nothing like that, but I'm holding black women back because I'm not gonna come out here and talk to them crazy. The greatest athletes in the world, black women. Well, we're talking about female athletes in the world, black women. You got to know that. You claim you're well read. We're dumb. So you have to know this. And you choose to ignore that to uplift a white bitch. Okay.
Is actually useful to a man. It can actually help a man get to the fucking bag.
Get into the bag. That's what these motherfuckers. That's the new. We talk about that over here. We talk about that over here. Get into the bag by any means. Pearly can do it for you. Yes. Or you're incredibly misinformed.
She is better in every way.
To defend this cave bitch, this man who doesn't know me at all in any type of way, gonna tell me that every black woman I've ever dealt with, this white bitch is better than them in every way. Like, are we being like for real? Like, this is the type of shit these motherfuckers will say. He doesn't know that. He don't know nothing about me. But to uplift this cave bitch, every black woman I've ever been with in my life, she's better than them. You ought to be ashamed. I know you're not, but you ought to be.
Better attitude, harder working, more submissive, more productive, more competitive, more athletic, and come from a better family in every way better than any woman, any scalawag that Robert Perkins done had. That's the truth.
Every black woman I've ever been with is a scallywag, but he went on this tirade because I called her a cave bitch. He just called every black woman I've ever been with a scallywag. Don't know them, don't know nothing about them at all. Called them all scallywags, but he's this turned up because I call Pearly Things a cave bitch. Black women can be called out their name. They don't have to be known indirectly, directly. He doesn't know anything about anybody I've ever dealt with in my life. He just called the mother of my children scallywags for nothing. For nothing. Other than to uplift this white bitch. Nigga, something's fucking wrong with you. Something's fucking wrong with anybody who would agree with you behaving like this. You don't even got a problem with me, yet you going this hard at me. That's whole shit. You ain't never had a real problem with me, but you going this hard. Gonna call every woman I ever dealt with a scallywag. Every black woman. A scallywag. While you uplift this white bitch. I'm mistaken.
Black we did very specific, very different than how deal with that interview sources. Very deal with that. This is the same ideology that brought you to my church. Because white church, even though they beat the shit out of you and you worship that God, you get to worship them. And they still call themselves as Christians. It's true. Y'all are church white Christians will belong. So black history comes out. Okay, I have had back and forths with the so-called black ministry because for some reason they decided they was going to hate on me. Well, I said I don't know why. They, Cynthia is, somebody I've been connected to, and they don't fuck with her. And what they decided to do was cover me because of some shit that happened, and they decided to cover for the fact that I have multiple children, multiple women. So what they did was use that to, shame me, talk shit about me, or I'm a Pookie Ray Ray. This is the type of talking that these cool ass niggas do. Okay. So you heard what he said there, right? Before we go to the tape, I want to show you something. I want you to see this. This is my community tab. You see that? You see that right there? This is a 3,500 word open letter that I wrote to Robert Perkins in the spring of 2019, 3 years ago. Okay? You can go over to my community tab. It's posted up there right now. It's so long that I had to add it in the comments below.
That long. That
I want
long.
everybody to see this. I want this to be on the fucking record. See that right there?
This long.
And I got more. Let me show it to you. So it's on the screen. Robert, anytime you're ready to respond to this, brother, you know where to find me.
Now, let me ask y'all, what type of nigga think I owe it to him to answer all of this about my personal life? Over a video I made about black women being guilted into fucking with cornballs and lames. Because these niggas never talk about character or charisma at all. They never talk about being witty, funny, smart. You ain't heard nothing like that. All he talks about is being able to produce and have money and pay black men to work for him. So there are some black women out here who want a man that got some personality. I know it's crazy, but they exist. They care a little less about the money and want somebody that makes them laugh, that makes them smile, that they like being around, that has a likable character. They like that as well. So when I made the video about cornballs and lames, I'm saying that black women listen to some of this rhetoric and saying they're being guilted into not even, y'all can't even care about that type of shit. Y'all can't even care about that. Moxie, a natural, vibe that a man may have that attract you to. Y'all can't even care about that. Look at me, I got some money. So you supposed to want to come fuck with me. Not those troublemakers or bad boys or whatever the fuck they was calling them at the time. And he believes he can write this dissertation classifying me as said Pookie Ray Ray or you know you know thug or whatever the fuck how I look, how I dress. But you've heard him say it earlier: pants backwards, pants sagging. This is how he really feels. But never scam, stole no money, not a deadbeat. Dad, regardless of the circumstance that my children exist in, regardless of that circumstance, not a deadbeat. Uh, so like, what makes me a Pookie Ray Ray? Like, what does that? How did I get to be that? With none of these other things going on, other than multiple children with multiple women. I'm never going to respond to that.
You directly respond to distinct points that I made in this 3,500 word open letter from one of the founding fathers of the Black Man 3 fucking years ago. We're still waiting for you to respond. That's if you can write.
All right,
I'm
cool.
not even sure you can read.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Can't read, can't write, can't do shit.
We gotta go back to
It's never going to happen, Obsidian. I'm not going to respond to your 7-part thesis. I think that you should spend some time watching my content, other than the content that you feel as though um, is against the manosphere. That way, you'll get more of a feel for what I do, and then you write me something that applies to me, not the idea of me, not the person you create in your mind. Once you found out I had multiple children with multiple women, write me something to me. Don't write me something in the idea of me that you got off of one video. And then you start making these blanket statements and thinking I'm supposed to answer these questions. You don't know me. You didn't know me then. You don't know me now. You don't watch my stuff. I don't watch yours. You don't see me talking about your personal life. I'm only talking about what you're saying right now because you put my name in the title. Maybe because you still hold this grudge against me that you can't even really pinpoint, actually. You can't even pinpoint the grudge. You don't even know what it is. And that's whole shit to me.
our share screen. Put a pin there. That's around the 10-minute mark. Put a pin there. Let's go to Uncle Dave, who had this to say about my meeting with Robert Perkins 3 years ago.
Oh, we had a meeting.
So when you hear all these protests, these brilliant percentages.
I don't know if you're familiar with David Carroll, but he dead as fuck now. I think maybe had he spent more time on his health, maybe working out, I don't know, eating better, versus getting online and calling, I guess, the pro-black hotep back to Africa, maybe savages. Like, that's pretty fucking demeaning. That dehumanizes a person. Why would you do that?
Oh, these black women.
See, and here's the thing, man. I never said they mad because they can't get a woman. A lot of them do be mad they can't get a certain caliber of woman, but the problem for them be keeping women. That's the issue. Keeping women. Or choosing a woman that don't get on their fucking nerves to where they have to break up with her. Seems to be an issue. Seems to be something that they very, very upset about. See, some of us will have issues with black people, whether, in my case, maybe issues with black women or, a black woman had issues with a black man, but we don't get so fucking mad to where we then turn on those very same people. We don't go that far. It was just an experience. There was some bullshit, but we move on. This motherfucker talking about, the pro blacks were saying that these manosphere motherfuckers is mad because they can't get women. And a lot of them can't. Let's just be real. A lot of them can't. Like, why are you acting like that's not a real thing? They can't get the certain type of women that's real. Like, why are you downplaying it? I really don't want to listen to David Carroll. I really don't. This ain't about David Carroll. This motherfucker is dead, so I can't respond to him. So I don't want to. I don't even want to. Just out of he dead. He should have focused a little bit harder on something different. But let's go listen to. Okay, he back.
You know exactly where to find me, brother.
Okay, if what? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Mm-hmm. It's the first thing we got to get out the way.
You know where I'm at. Anytime you
There's nothing to hash out, bro. Like you don't. Hold on. I'm trying to get to what he said. The first thing we got to deal with. So I'm trying to get to what that first thing was.
eat it, check me, clear, what, you know,
I'm trying to get it to where.
what, he,
Oh, I can't.
football life. And the reason why is the issue is the violence. It's violence. People, who just can't get this? So, Mom, get at me, dog. You know exactly where to find me, brother.
Didn't at first. Do now.
First question we got to get out the way off the rip is we got some old business to sell.
Oh, he never said. Okay. We don't have old business. Let me just say this real quick. Obsidian. We don't have old business. I don't know you. We can't have no business at all. You don't know me at all in no type of way. You don't know anything. We don't have any business. Now, if you saying you want to see me, in real life, or it's some shit like that, that's different. But we don't have any internet business, bro. We don't. And I'm sad that you think we do. Like I owe you answers. It's sad that you think that about yourself.
Anytime you're ready, after all, first order of business is we need to know if you is or if you ain't Cynthia G's baby dad.
Here's the thing. If that's the first order of business, this is the first order of business. Is you want to know whether or not me and Cynthia, or I'm Cynthia G's baby daddy. Why is that your business, though? You have to explain that. And even when you do, if you try to explain why it is your business, it's not going to make any sense. Because why would you be concerned with that? You don't know any of my children's mothers' names. You don't know any of them. You just called them all scallywags. So I'm supposed to then give you answers and insight into somebody just called my kids' moms scallywags. Like what? Nigga, what's wrong with you for real? What is wrong with you for real? I don't have to answer anything to you. It's been on your mind for years. Let it stay there. It could be on your mind. That's all you got. You don't have anything against me. Not really. Can't be my rhetoric because you ain't listened to none of it. Other than what I'm saying about the manosphere in response, because to be fair, y'all was talking about me. Y'all was talking about me first. Not because of my content. No. Because you wanted to know, just like now, just like what you just said, about me and Cynthia. Y'all was talking shit about me. So to now sit here and be mad after you continued to talk about me, I say something back. Now it's, oh, well, fuck that nigga. He ain't. Nigga, you don't get to do that. I never ran up on you hoe ass niggas. Y'all ran up on me. And you still run up on me right now. Believing I owe you an answer about my life that I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you anything. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck do you think you are? Answer those questions for me, motherfucker.
That out right now. We can't go no further than that. We got to get that straight.
No.
That for the community. Mr. Collector. See, this is another example of how the pro-black want to talk to both sides of their
How?
so,
You're a hoe ass nigga. I know that. And if they don't recognize that at this point, I don't know what to say to you. Because there's no reason to go on and on talking about me like this. Like I don't. What?
we routinely catch them in their contradictions. And at the same rate of impact, man, if they want to pepper for whatever, we got nothing to say about these men constantly contradicting. So we're talking out of one side and out of another.
Nigga, pull the footage up. I don't want you just to say that about these niggas. No, when you talking about me, pull the fucking footage up of what you talking about, bruh. Pull it up. Like what contradiction? Like what are you talking about? What are you saying? Stop cooning. Like that's I ain't contradicted myself once. Stop cooning.
So yeah, Mr. Collective RBG, pro-black you down, pro-black today, pro-black tomorrow, pro-black the rest. But we got to figure this out right here. Are you Cynthia G's baby daddy, yes or no?
Y'all see what I'm saying? I could easily just say no. Like it's not even a matter of I could say anything. Why the fuck does this whole ass nigga care so much? What does that matter to you, bro? Why do you care about that so much? To do what? To what end? I just rather y'all niggas. I mean, it's sad that y'all still doing this after all these years, but I just don't get why it's so important to you. That's all I'm saying. You tell me why this is your main thing with me.
You claiming Cynthia G is a woman. You ain't claiming the woman that
Nigga, you don't know me. Like what's wrong with these niggas, man? What makes you believe what's making you think this? You don't know me. If you was around me in real life, you would just see who I was with. You would see. You don't know me. I don't owe you no explanation of that, bruh. You and nobody else. I don't owe none of you. I don't owe none of y'all niggas no explanation of that. Nothing about who I'm with, who I'm fucking tomorrow, next week, last. I ain't never told none of you niggas no names about nobody I've ever dealt with in my life. Not one video since 2008. If I get online and tell everybody who I'm dealing with, their names, what we got going on. Like, that's never happened. You don't know none of my kids' moms' names. Why do you keep saying this? Why is this your main issue?
and yet he care about said, hey, I can grab her shoes.
Now, I don't know. He's upset because somebody said something about him not marrying Miss Brown Sugar. I've never said that to this whole ass nigga. So, again, if you're talking about me, Obsidian, make it about me. I ain't never talked about you being married to no motherfucking body. Could give a fuck less. Don't care at all. Never once. Never even really talked about you specifically now that I think about it. No, never once. So whoever's saying something about you being married or Miss Brown Sugar or whatever the fuck you just said, no one cares. At least not me. I don't care nothing about who you fucking with, who you got kids with, who you married to, who your girlfriend. I don't care about none of that at all. The only reason that I'm even talking about you right here is because you put my name in the title and you talking about me. I remember a long time ago, Me and you, it was a phone conversation of some sort. It was short though, where you were calling yourself trying to confront me. Even then, you had the same superiority complex that you have now, that you can actually confront somebody and they owe you an explanation of some sort. You believe that then about yourself as you do now. And you called yourself confronting me on, it was on Taz, it was on Taz's show and was up on a panel, but you didn't have much to say then. You didn't have much to say. Because I think at that moment you might have thought in your mind, like, I really ain't got nothing to say to this nigga. I'm really trying to figure out what his dick did. I'm Wendy Williams at this point. I thought maybe, your manhood might have stepped up and told you, that don't make no sense. But here we are. And you still here asking me about Cynthia. And that's the main question you got. That's the only thing you have to say to me. You talking about somebody talking about your wife and niggas talking about you. I ain't never talked about you. You a whole ass nigga based on this here, based on the old. Now, I thought maybe you had graduated since the older shit that went on some years ago. I thought maybe you moved on in your life. You're the great leader of the manosphere. You should be a fucking wizard at this point, and you should have been moved on in life versus coming back and asking me yet again whether or not I'm Cynthia G's baby daddy. Like, nigga, let that shit go. You focused on my dick for no reason. Like, let that go, bro. Stop it. It makes no sense. Okay, I think this is it. We together. He claims somebody is his woman. Again, at this point, I didn't watch no more than this, and I'm not going to. I mean, that's 4 hours long. I'm not going to watch all this. I wanted to talk about this section for this because I think he turns up right now again talking about shit that I ain't never said about the whole ass nigga. I ain't never said anything like that about you. I'm not asking you questions about your personal life either. You didn't even hear me ask not one on here. Not going to. Don't even think that's relevant. If you have an issue with me, it then would have to be something that you pull out of what I'm saying on a video, on a channel. Now, earlier you played a little bit of my shit there, and I mean, let me see where it goes. Now I'm defiling women. You mean those scallywags you was talking about? Okay.
Where's my what's with ladies? I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. You know
I'm
what?
trying to get back to where he's actually talking. Let me go.
It's when you know, you definitely need some help. Let me pick up where we left off. Fair use, fair use. It's Pookie Ray Ray. Yeah, start off Pookie. Pookie's Ray Rays are different from the upstanding, suit wearing, high value, wear a purse with a carnation pink suit. And that's a high value nigga because he makes six figures and things like that. They have this weird logic as to what makes them uh, better than the Pookie Ray Rays. Oh, there ain't no weird logic, brother. I can tell you right off the rip. I'm more productive than you. I can execute ideas and bring them into existence better than you. I can organize black men better than you. I can get things done better than you. I can meet timelines better than you. I have more leadership experience than you. I have a better track record actually working with black men than you. I actually have a better track record working with a black woman better than you. Ain't nothing weird about it, brother. And I don't wear no man purse, and I do wear pink, but they're pink shirts and not pink suits. I don't make any apologies for wearing a suit. I like wearing suits, and guess what? I ain't had a woman yet says I don't like you in a suit. Not one.
Nobody said anything about none of that with your whole ass. I said you think you're better than other black men because of the suit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You just go on tangents. Again, you just be looking for stuff to be mad about. There's nothing to be mad about here. Y'all do think that. You just showed it in this video, and that's fine. If that's your logic, cool. But what's the problem here? What's the issue? What you mad about?
Not one.
You're better than me in every way. Like, okay. Mm-hmm. 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 The only thing you might have said is real is you might make more money than me. I'll give you that because I don't know what you make. But you don't know what I make either. But you just saying this shit. But either way, you may make more money than me. I'll give you that. The rest of the shit you talking about, stop. Why are you throwing your personal life up? What is this? What you've been doing for 12 years, not marrying whoever this is you've been with for 12 years? What does that have to do with anything? I've never talked about your personal life, nigga. Stop telling me. I'm mad you even telling me because I don't care. What is that to brag about? Like, why are you telling me that? Because I don't know who you with and don't care who you with at all. Not pleading the fifth, telling you that it's none of your fucking business what my personal life is. That's all. That's not fifth. That's, it's none of your business and none of these other bitch ass niggas' business either. Like, it's none of your business. Simple, easy, right? Can we agree that it's none of your business? Like, you just got through dogging my kids' moms. I mean, damn, and it's they mama. So you dogged my kids' moms as that role to me, and then dogged my kids' mama as that role to them. And I owe you answers about my personal life, nigga? That's never been a real thing. I've never owed you answers. Just because you talk shit about me, I owe you answers. Does that earn you some status in my life, nigga? Do you think I'm gonna buckle under the pressure of you, a nobody, asking me questions, nigga? You need to really sit in. And again, I don't know your situation, but figure out who the fuck you think you are, and particularly to me, nigga. You that's mad, every time I've heard Max. This nigga don't got no problems with me, man. He don't. He doesn't. Anybody that listened to this and respect what he was saying about me, this is the crux of your issue. Like, nigga, what? It's not like you found a cave bitch that I was dealing with, or I'm just a little girl, little kid I done molested and got her. Nigga, what are you talking? Like, this is the crux of your argument against me. Not nothing I'm talking about because everything you said, those little quotes and little funny voices you was doing as the pro blacks that talk like that. I don't talk like that. I'm B123. I talk a little different. I focus on a different aspect of black liberation. So the blanket statement talking points you were given that I don't even make, you ain't even talking to me. This is how I know that you claim you smart, but you not that smart. Oh, you did some fucking research. You listen to more than 2 minutes of a fucking video with your stupid ass. Acting like, well, because you wear this suit and because you employ black men and you wrote some books, you a smart motherfucker now when you're not even doing I'm making blanket statements that other pro blacks make that I don't even make. You didn't even take the time out to figure out who the fuck it is that you don't like. And that's why you a bitch ass nigga. That's why all you niggas years ago became bitch ass niggas to me. Y'all didn't even take time out to figure out who the fuck you sitting here not liking. And for what? Can't be because I got kids with multiple women. Can't be for that. That'd be a weird thing to dislike somebody for. Y'all couldn't define it then, and you can't even define it now because all you keep saying is, "Are you Cynthia G's baby daddy?" That's all you saying. So then, what's your real issue? You done took all our talking points. I literally heard. I ain't gonna say we. I don't know who all heard it. I listened to you steal all her talking points and say it about pro black men, not just black men in general, but pro black men specifically. What difference is that? You done took all her shit and you just mad at her? You need to be thanking her. If this is what you talking like, you might want to send a super chat or some shit. Because you saying the same shit. You just making it about pro black men and not black men in general. We sit here and watch you cape for a cave bitch, and all I said was these manosphere niggas be coons. You just cooned in front of everybody, holding a cave bitch up over black women, lying while you're doing it. That's bullshit. This the type of stuff I speak against. I never said y'all niggas is hoes for making your businesses or creating your businesses or nothing. I ain't never came against none of that shit. The mentality and ideology y'all have doesn't make any sense because black men gonna have to work together. Y'all say that, but then you ostracize certain black men who don't, I guess, meet this the whatever the status quo is over there, which is, sounds like is you got to be on some coon shit. You got to be anti-black in some type of way. I even seen when O'Shea Duke Jackson, who was agreeing with what you were saying, he don't know me either. Don't know what I talk about. Because y'all not pulling up no videos of what I'm talking about and being mad about whatever it is I'm saying, except when it's about the manosphere. So you can't speak about my pro-black talking points because you don't watch them. You don't listen to them. You don't listen to me break down my arguments and why I think the way I think. Why it's not the same ideology that other pro-blacks have. You won't even do that work. You hoe ass nigga. And you want to sit here and keep asking me over and over again, am I Cynthia G's baby daddy? And I owe that to you because we so close. We such good friends. And that'll prove that, well, something about Cynthia because, she was trashing Pookies and Ray Rays. I'm not a Pookie or a Ray Ray, though. That's what y'all labeled me, and I don't even fit the criteria. I don't even know what the criteria is. Here's what y'all said. Well, I mean, I've been talking this shit long enough, man. I wanted to at least give him the same type of time he gave me a little bit, and try to understand this ideology. Obsidian, bruh. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's just my final thought to you. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even got a problem with me for real. You don't. I've never talked about you before. So it can't be, well, this nigga been over there talking shit about, never mentioned you. Now, if you're making yourself the face of the black manosphere, fine. I've said some things about y'all. But everything I've said about y'all, you just proved it. So it wasn't like I was on some lying shit trying to defame you or nothing like that. It's just, here's how y'all think. That's all I've ever done with you hoe ass niggas. Here's how y'all think. And if that makes you mad, then something's fucking wrong with you. No.